Opposition leader Allen Chastanet believes economic opportunities can help reduce crime, arguing that the authorities should work to devise public policies that create jobs and prosperity to deter youngsters from joining gangs. St. Lucia has been experiencing another periodic upswing in violent crime, with a disturbing spike in gun-related incidents and gang feuds throughout the island. Chastanet was asked by the media about the opposition's view on tackling the scourge at a press briefing on Tuesday.
We quickly understood that the majority of crime was being committed by young persons, and particularly gang-related. And in order to combat that early enough, you had to take on the attitude that we had to know that we as a society that we're competing against the gangs. We have to give young people a more compelling reason not to join a gang.
Sports Minister Kenson Casimir has hinted at formulating sporting programs to keep the youth occupied and out of trouble. Chastanet, who was on board with that suggestion, called for more vocational, occupational and technical training, and not only wrote academic instruction to meet the requirements of a service economy. Given his party's conservative philosophies, the ex-Prime Minister's used to policies that incentivizes entrepreneurialism and enterprise to engender gainful employment and economic opportunities.
Investment in the sporting facilities and creating what we saw at the aquatic center of strengthening our, what you call them,
athletes?
The clubs,
Yeah.
okay, was important. We know that in order for kids to take sports seriously, you must improve the competition. It's the competition that drives them, because in order to be able to run and be the best, you have to apply yourself greater. The Grosley Sports Academy, of which there was also intended to be a sports academy in the South. In terms of understanding TechVoc, that there are too many kids who are not going to academically exceed, and when you go to the best countries in the world, Germany is an example, 2/3 of the persons in Germany don't have university degrees. It's TechVoc training. And now, if you're going to do TechVoc, you must dedicate yourself to the industries that you can provide here.
The opposition leader during his tenure as government leader had railed against the perceived overdependence on socialism, harping on greater personal responsibility.
Society has to develop an intolerance to it. This idea of, well, he's a Malawi, and I'm going to protect him, and it's not his fault, and blah, 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 that has to stop. At the end of the day, it's all of our societies, and the same persons you might be protecting today are the same persons that might attack you, and we've seen many crimes. I remember a gentleman who got killed in Marshall, and it was the same young boys who grew up in that same neighborhood. And I'm sure that that man had helped those guys many times. Right? I know of a lady who got killed on the morn. And who was it? It was a person that she'd taken in who she felt sorry for. So the reality is that the society is replete with examples of where that has happened. So crime is a much bigger issue that has to be tackled.
St. Lucia has been racked by a violent crime wave that dates back to 2017. As of Wednesday, September 7th, the country's homicide rate stood at 49 for 2022. The government has been working with the police and a wide cross-section of stakeholders in an effort to bring the crime situation to heel. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.